What's far more deadly than most people think? Swimming in lakes and rivers, and have weird currents and God knows what lurking beneath the surface of the water. From fucked up creatures to rusty old water trash, to sharp driftwood that may not have been there the last time, etc. etc. Never swim alone. Avoid swimming in new areas. Never swim while intoxicated. And consider a life jacket for anyone who isn't an exceptionally strong swimmer. Stay safe out there, people, and stick to pools whenever possible. Communism, socialism, edit to those who downvoted. Communism caused a killing of approximately 60 million people and perhaps tens of millions more. And no, but it wasn't true. Communism argument doesn't work anymore. These countries followed your precious Karl Marx to the letter. Ties that successful within history are Hamish-like groups, aka small, isolated communities, with a strong sense of religion, that are still able to freely interact with outside from market capitalism. After watching the show Yellow Jackets, sleeping outside in cold weather, someone dies after sleeping outside for one night. And it snows. Kel died of hypothermia in one night. Kate up, and it is indeed quite realistic to freeze to death when the temperature drops abruptly when you are sleeping outside. And instead of waking up, you just go into hypothermia and never wake up. I think most people think they are hardier and prepared to survive than they think they are. Acetaminophen Tylenol. It's toxic to many animals in even small amounts. Causes serious liver damage, entirely overdose and cause liver problems. Has been found to be attributed to neuron problems in the brain, emotional problems, and studies are still ongoing as to whether it can cause fertility issues. It's a nasty drug, but a very useful drug because what it costs to make pennies, it's an effective painkiller, an antipyretic in modern medicine. The Shadow Watchers, most people think they're passive and benign spirits, but in fact they are entities from the shadow dimension. They are here to observe, but their plans are to take over our dimension, so they will harm you if you get close to figuring out their plans. I have been attached twice. The first time it held me down to my bed and scratched me so much that the arm hair on my arm was rubbed off. The second time it pushed me and I'll almost fall down the stairs. Swimming pools. As someone who nearly drowned in those twice and got an ear infection from a poorly kept one, I can tell that many of us forget that they could be deadly, since it is a controlled body of water. A cramp, overconfidence, or a stray bacteria could potentially ruin everyone's day. I still love swimming and I still love pools, but now I am a bit more careful and discerning about how and where do I submerge my water-loving ass. Water and dirt. Work in construction, you learn how heavy dirt and water are when they come in on you. One guy had his back broken when the dirt walls collapsed. Another had his face busted when a water line for the city blew and knocked his face into a pipe. Always practice safety when dealing with these things. Also, the guy who got his back broken made a great recovery and used the settlement to open his own plumbing company. He's doing great. Anorexia. People know it's dangerous. What they don't realize is how it can cause your damn organs to shut down. Sometimes the damage to your body and organs is so severe that you die even after recovering to a more healthy weight, or significantly shorten your life expectancy. Within 20 years, 20% of people who develop anorexia will be dead. This is one of the, if not the, most deadly mental illnesses. Being a black person POC pregnant, then laboring delivering, in the USA. It's an endemic crisis that few people are talking about. If you are a black person POC in Mississippi, it's horrific mortality rates. https usfacts.org articles which states have the highest maternal mortality rates. Being a political prisoner in China. The true scale of China's execution of political prisoners may be far larger than is generally acknowledged. There are almost no organ donors in China, yet as many as 20,000 organ transplants are performed each year. Furthermore, wait times for organ transplants are very low compared to other countries. Tylenol. It is way more dangerous than people think. It doesn't take much of an overdose to destroy the liver. You then suffer a slow and painful death. It's actually amazing to me that this drug is OTC, and weed is not. Take too much marijuana, and you are likely to fall asleep after eating all the Doritos. US knives are the leading weapon of murders, and it actually found that in up-close and personal confrontations, knives are deadlier than guns. People don't realize how fast someone can bleed to death. Hitting your head. Damage is progressive. My 10th severe concussion was the one that killed me. Breathing stopped. Heart went into fibrillation. My body started dying. Only a team of awesome EMTs kept me alive. Water ... not enough, and you'll die. Too much and you'll die. Some rain is good. No rain can kill. Too much rain can kill. Some snow is good and fun. Too much snow can kill you. Picking fights with people on the street in a bar. You might think it will be over after a few punches. Next thing, your family needs to identify you at the morgue. A person, typically male, with depleted mental health and no ability or understanding on how to restore it. Generally a loner. More than often an empath. Diarrhea, seriously, before the last 100 years or so it was one of the top killers and could be a literal death sentence for otherwise healthy people. Pornography, it will destroy you and your relationships if addiction sets in. And it's terribly addictive according to CNS biochemical research. Restaurant food, and not just fast food. Those insanely large portions of blooming onions. Alfredo sauces and deep-fried wings are killing us. Sugar. Inactivity. The sun damages everything about your body. Financial insecurity. The stress takes 10 years off your life. Alcohol. Most people know the smoking and cancer connection. But I feel that not many people know the alcohol and cancer connection. Carbon monoxide may come from charcoals, stove, etc. Deadly, especially in an enclosed room. Important to have a CO detector at home. Common chronic diseases, heart disease, stroke, and lower respiratory infections are the top 3 causes of death globally. Driving while using your phone in any capacity other than a hands-free phone call, texting, social media, Googling, etc. Hippos, they might look like big, peaceful water cows, but they're surprisingly fast and incredibly territorial. Poor dental hygiene can lead to heart disease and undiagnosed thyroid cancer. Bacteria can be a killer. Infection, like if you got a cut from a rusty metal piece and ignored it, you'd be dead soon enough. Running water in a river, creek, or flooded road. It doesn't take much to sweep you off your feet. Garage doors. You don't want to F around with those springs, they will kill you flattered and dead. Garage door springs. Absolutely deadly. It's one great time to get a professional instead of DIY. The tiny mosquito is the most dangerous animal in the world, claiming 780,000 lives annually. Reposting the same questions on a Reddit over and over for karma because you are a bot. Runaway tires, they will hunt you down. And they will find you. And they will kill you. Hitting your head against a wall or something. Don't underestimate head injuries. Tylenol acetaminophen is now the one cause for liver failure in many nations. Anything that you do to your body for fun tickle. Plenty of examples out there. I literally do all of the top 4 things. It appears my days are numbered. Farting in a no-fart zone. All warning signs are posted for a reason. Radon gas. It's the leading cause of lung cancer for non-smokers. Lack of physical human contact, loneliness, isolation. Also poverty. Exercising your democratic right to vote against Putin in Russia. Humans. They are the most harmful creature towards mankind. Cherry pits. Apparently, they have cyanide in them.